So I've personally experienced depression. Depression is something that runs in my family. I had an aunt that committed suicide and some other family members who have suffered depression. And while I've never had consistent depression in my life, I've gone through a few episodes that were really personally difficult to deal with.
So I personally I don't have a lot of personal experience with depression. It's more so been those around me that have been affected. On my dad's side of the family, all of the men on that side of the family have suffered from depression.
I switched schools and didn't know anyone, and it was a really small school, so everyone there had been friends since they were babies. And so I felt alone the whole year and would just sit by myself and just kind of hang out in my room, and I didn't do anything. I didn't have like a lot of friends or activities.
For me personally, I've never had a severe depression problem, but when I was 15, I was in a car accident that took the lives of both of my parents, and so understandably I had trauma-related depression and just kind of sunk into a mild depression.
So we wanted to visualize a little bit about what depression is and what it looks like. So we have these two kind of comparisons, and one is a normal brain and one is a depressed brain, and it's this person's psychological strength and then their perceived life stresses. So when you're normal and you're happy, then your psychological strength is above your life stresses. However, when someone's depressed, that's usually a state where their life stresses is higher than their psychological strength. So the purpose of therapy is to ultimately strengthen the psychological strength and lessen the life stresses. So what we hope to do through CheerApp is help move this up and help move that down.
Okay, so we want to talk now a little bit about what our solution is to combat depression. And when we were identifying a solution, it was a little tricky because depression is such a wide category of symptoms, and there's a lot of theories on the proper way to treat it. So rather than coming up with a treatment itself, we looked for a way where we could apply technology to current treatments and give clients and therapists a tool that they didn't have before. There's two aspects to any depression treatment. There's a category of it that's one of the most important aspects, which is cognitive therapy, and that is helping depressed people rethink the world and see the different world differently and eliminate some of their negative thoughts. But another wide aspect of therapy is behavioral activation, which is giving people with depression specific activities they can do which have been proven to improve their lives. That's things like eating healthily or working out or socializing or setting goals and achieving them, just different behaviors that actually help people. Now, traditionally, this has kind of followed the same model where you'll meet with your therapist at regular intervals and they'll give you assigned tasks. But as we all know, it's difficult sometimes to follow up on those tasks or have a good place for them to be stored. Oftentimes it's on a piece of paper or just word of mouth. And there's not really a tool that we were able to find that solves this issue. So the solution we've designed is meant to support, not replace the therapy process. And it's meant to fit that role of giving people specific things that they can do to improve their lives, that behavioral activation aspect of therapy. So now to give a basic overview of the application we've designed. So give people activities that will help them overcome their depression in natural ways as a supplement to their other depression treatments such as antidepressants and regular therapy. There's three things that are going to make this application unique. The first is all of the activities on the application are going to be gamified. There's a huge trend towards gamification in increasing motivation right now in research and in practice. It's been proven that gamifying things, giving them and making it more fun, it will increase the intrinsic motivation and help patients to want to actually follow through with these activities rather than viewing them as treatments. The second unique thing is this adds an aspect of accountability. A lot of applications will give you lists of things that you should do that can help improve your mood, but as we all know, with accountability, there is another person watching out for you. There's two aspects of accountability we're planning on integrating in this application. The first is accountability from your mentor or therapist, where they can assign you a list of tasks to complete. You'll complete them, and this application will track your progress of those apps, which can then be reviewed at further sessions with your therapist. So that's one aspect of accountability that's integrated. The second aspect is we're going to set up a way for you to receive a peer, another depressed person or a close friend or someone that you trust who you can add as a mentor onto your account. The third unique aspect is that it tracks your stats over time. So as you complete tasks, you can see your progress improve. So that's part of the gamification aspect, but there's other implications of that as well. You can learn over time the types of activities that help you improve your mood the most. And now to give a brief tour of the application itself. So this is our welcome screen. The application is intended to be used by common customers as well as through a therapy model. So this is our welcome screen. Users can create accounts. We've created a test account. When a user logs into their account, they're presented with this daily progress and their actual activity dashboard. What this does is it has all of the typical aspects of gamification where you can see your progress and collect points over time. There's a daily point goal that you're supposed to attain that you can achieve through your tasks, and rewards are given based on completion of those tasks. So for example, let's take an exercise goal. There might be items that you can do, and if you complete a certain amount, you're given a reward as your assignment. So maybe that's go out to eat or take a day off or something like that. But this system of rewards and goals is the gamification aspect. These tasks, we have a list of common tasks that have been proven to help improve depression that we can include in the application. So this can be totally customized for individual clients to perform the tasks that will help their individual situation based on what the therapist determines is a good idea. If we log out and sign in as an admin, they'll be taken to a different dashboard, which is a list of their clients, where they can see client's name and an overall status and see at a bird's eye view how all of their clients are improving, and meet with them individually. So that's a basic overview of the application we've developed to this point.